Okay. Hello, Good Vibe Tribe. How's it going? It is January 1st, weird, 2018. So crazy. And tonight we have Mariah. She went live in our team page for us. Gosh, when was that? Like a couple weeks ago, and just dropped bombs. I'm like, okay, you need to do a team call for me, please. So she's just super passionate and has such a good attitude, and her vibe is contagious. And I just love every time she speaks, I'm like, oh, you're like captivating. So I thought she'd be the perfect person to kick off 2018 for us. She's a success starter, success of all-star legend or all-star. That was just like, that just happened, right? Awesome. Congratulations. She went diamond in 90 days when she signed up to be a coach. So that's crazy. She's a co-founder of Team Bold and Be Beautiful with her success partner, Morgan Brill, and she does this part-time. She just graduated and is now a doctor. So she's just a beast, and she's like the perfect example of how you can be busy and you can work and have school and still kick butt at this doing it part-time. So she's going to talk about tonight the four reasons that coaches quit and how to overcome that. So if you don't have a notebook, go get one. And I'm just going to let her take it away.
What up, Good Vibe Tribe? I'm so pumped up and excited to be talking with you guys. Like, your guys' leader, first of all, is so fearless, so amazing. Like, and being a part of your guys' team page, like, you guys totally rallied. And I know you guys hit elite. It's so freaking awesome. We're not going to celebrate too soon, but I know it's already happening. So I'm excited. I'm super passionate about this topic. I'm just going to touch on the 4 reasons why coaches quit and how to overcome that. A little bit about me, just so you guys don't know that, or know a little bit more about me, and I'm not just some random person. My name is Mariah. I am a pediatric nurse practitioner, which is so freaking here. I've been a pediatric nurse for a couple of years now. This year, I recently went through divorce, and then it was just kind of a tough year last year. 2017 kind of rocked my world, but it was so exciting and so humbling to be a part of it and kind of just roll through the punches and be able to still see growth in my business. The reason why I started coaching is I was a collegiate athlete and I was lost. I was tired. I was overwhelmed. And I actually was sitting in the closet one day. I was holding my husband's gun in my hand, planning on ending my life. I had every intention on ending my life that day. And Sarah Freed, my incredible coach, I still get tears in my eyes every time I talk about it, messaged me because she saw something more in my life. She is actually the wife of the athletic trainer that I played in college with volleyball. And she just was like, Mariah, you need this. And I remember just pushing her off and pushing her off and pushing her off. And it was that day that she messaged me. Literally, I don't know why I saw it in my Facebook Messenger, but I was like, what am I doing? Like, I have so much more purpose and passion in this life. And I put the gun down and I ended up messaging Sarah. And the next day I signed up as a coach. And it was like, I needed to do this. I needed to do this for me. So I am super excited. Yep. Talk about timing. It was amazing. Super excited to talk about this topic because, guys, this business, this opportunity, this team didn't just change my life. It saved my life. And I'm super passionate about it. So now that you know a little bit about me, the 4 reasons why coaches quit is very simple. So I hope you have your pen and paper out. I hope you're ready to listen to this for all who are listening, because I'm super passionate about it. So there are 4 reasons. Number one is they're not coachable. When coaches are not coachable, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You need to be able to reach up to your upline. You need to be able to talk to Teresa. You need to be able to message Trina or whoever else that is there for you, that's in your support, your Success Club partners, whoever it is. You need to be able to reach out to them and know that they're there. And whenever they give you feedback, that you listen to it. Whatever trainings that are here, like Rock the Business and all of these other incredible things that are going on that happen in Good Vibe Tribe, you need to be diving into it. You have to be a part of it. So when you're sitting there and you're like, man, I'm stuck, or man, I don't know where to move next, ask yourself, is it in one of your resource pages? Is it in any of the resources that Teresa has already given you or that you already have at your disposal? Because if you're not utilizing those things, then you're not being coachable. And I promise you guys, from my background of being a collegiate athlete and a volleyball coach at the same time, it drove me insane when players weren't coachable, because really the only person that end up getting affected is them. Because guess what? When they're not coachable, they sit on the bench. So when you think about not being coachable in this business, you're sitting on the bench. You're sitting on the bench in your financial freedom. You're sitting on the bench for the potential to live a life by design. You're sitting on the bench for the opportunity to meet your best friends all across the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. And you're sitting on the bench for the potential of a lifetime. Guys, this business is unlike any other. You can't unforget this business. Like, seriously, if I were to quit tomorrow, I would still be like, I need to drink my Energize, I need to work out, and I need to do personal development. Like, it wouldn't go away. I wouldn't forget to how to do that. Guys, this business is now ingrained in us. This opportunity is now ingrained in us. So be coachable to that opportunity. Two things that I'm super passionate about when it comes to being coachable is being resourceful, being proactive, and being a go-getter. I have this saying with myself and my household and with my coaches. I apologize for anybody who has kids around, but it's this hashtag that I say, hashtag get shit done. Like, if I can't find the resource, if I can't Google it, if I can't YouTube it, if I can't do all these other things, then maybe I'll bug Sarah and figure it out. But it takes a lot for me to bother my upline coach because I know that I can find it. So the two resources that I love are Google and YouTube. And the reason why I love that is because you cannot tell me that you can't find what you need on Google and YouTube. Guys, Teresa talked about how I hit diamond in 90 days. I hit diamond in 90 days based on YouTube. I didn't do Rock the Basics at the time. I didn't know about it. We never had Happy and Fit 101 like we do now for our coaches. I didn't have anything except Sarah's support. Sarah was busy, and I'm not the type of person to bother somebody over and over again. So what I did, I had my headphones in, I watched YouTube videos. When I was driving to work, I was watching YouTube videos. I worked nights at the time. In between patients, when I didn't have anything to do while I was charting, I watched YouTube videos. I was so hungry for learning about this business. Guys, I was about to commit suicide. This was a make it or break it for me. I needed to know what to do. So guys, your coaches have already made the mistakes in the business, have already learned from it, and we're giving you the tools to be successful. So when you choose to be coachable, you choose to do what works. You choose to commit to be 110% in this business. And I promise you, if you're coachable, you won't fail. There's no way that you could possibly fail in this business if you choose to listen and choose to dive into what's already been given to you. Number two, the reasons why coaches quit and the reasons why people fail at this business is they don't treat it like a business. If you are not treating this like a business, you aren't going to be successful at it. Last time I checked, even on January 1st, I could walk into Walmart and make sure that I get what I need. Why? Because they're a business. They understand that they need to service people. So guys, when we're sitting there and we're like sitting on the couch and we know we could be running our business and having hours of operation open, but we're choosing to watch Netflix, or we're choosing to do something else, or we're choosing to scroll through the news feed. What are you telling people? You're telling them that you're not consistent, that you're not reliable, and you're not a business that anybody can just walk into. On that note, make sure you're setting business hours for yourself. Guys, again, I am a full-time nurse practitioner. That means I'm taking care of patients from 7 to 3 o'clock. At the end of the day, those patients matter because they're kids and they rock my world and they're amazing. But from 7 to 3 on the days that I work, my business hours are not there. I'm open before work and I'm open after work and I'm even open during my lunchtime, but I'm there and people know that they can come to me. My inbox is always available for them and I'm working that business. I'm working it and I'm showing them that I'm reliable, that people can choose to be there with me. And the second part is, guys, if you are running this business and you want a 6-figure income in this business, which is totally freaking possible, you have to work it like it. I work my business. Teresa works her business. Julianne works her business. All these people, all these leaders that you see in our pages work their business as if they were making a 6-figure income, if they aren't already. Why? Because if you treat it like a 6-figure business, if you treat it that way, you are going to hustle. You are going to grind. You are going to be like your leader who decides to stay up New Year's Eve until 9 o'clock at night to push, to grind, and to hustle hard because she believes not only in herself and in the prosperity of her family, but in you guys. Guys, that's a big freaking deal. Her business hours were open. She shows up every single day because she believes in the vision she has for Good Vibe Tribe, the vision she has for her family and for her kids and for her husband. Guys, her business is open. My business is open. Even when I was going through a divorce, nobody had a freaking clue until the day after I graduated when I made a YouTube video about it. They had no idea. They just thought, Mariah is running a business. She's there to help me. They had no idea what was going on in the background. When I was running a business, going to grad school full time, I'm there, I'm grinding, I'm consistent, I show up. Guys, you have to be willing to be in this business and get uncomfortable, be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So that leads me to my next topic of being willing to get uncomfortable. That is number 3. So when your coach tells you to go live in that immediate face of like panic, where it's like, I'm going to mumble, I'm going to jumble, I'm going to talk over myself, I'm going to stutter, I can't do it. No, I can't go live. That's you, 1, not being coachable, and 2, not being willing to get uncomfortable. Guys, when Teresa challenges you to do something and you like your pits start to sweat, like I'm not kidding. Like even this call kind of made me do that a little bit. But when you're like nervous and your heart starts beating really fast, that is your signal to be like, I need to do it. And it's like the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump on live and get on Facebook, get uncomfortable. And you will see the business grow. You will see this opportunity grow. Guys, when you are sitting there and you're trying to try something out with your social media, if you're trying to try something out with your Instagram, if you haven't been using Instagram stories because it freaks you out, I'm telling you right now, you're missing a huge component of your business. Get willing to be uncomfortable, because I promise you, you're just going to prosper. You're going to flourish. And I promise you, if you try something and it doesn't work, you can say, hey, I tried something, it doesn't work. Post it in Good Vibe Tribe, like, hey, this didn't really work out for me, but hey, I found this that worked. You guys have to be willing to just get a little bit more uncomfortable. Get out of your comfort zone. Guys, this was a huge out of the comfort zone for me just in general to sign up as a coach. I was a collegiate athlete. I knew how to work out. I obviously was successful with working out. I knew how to lose 35 pounds, but I lost 35 pounds in 60 days with the launching of Hammer and Chisel because I chose to get out of my comfort zone. I chose to try something new. I chose to realize that what I was doing obviously wasn't working. So if you're doing something right now and you're banging your head against the wall and you're like, man, I can't get past objections. I can't get past, the final push to get somebody to sign up as a coach or a challenge pack. Figure out what you're doing and then decide to get uncomfortable. Go the extra step. If that means you're doing live in a giveaway. Guys, yesterday, honest truth, I was sitting there at Success Club 2. I was having a meltdown, like a nuclear meltdown. I'm like, it is month 12. I missed it one time in the span of 2 years. I'm not about to miss it again. Like, I have to be an all-star this year. So I sat there and I messaged my girls and I was like, I have to grind. And I literally went outside my comfort zone. I hate going live. I went live. I did a giveaway. I blasted my Instagram stories. I posted all about it. I think I posted like 7 times yesterday. And guess what? I went from Success Club 2 to Success Club 12 in a span of 6 hours. And literally I was like, oh, okay. I don't know why I waited that long. I know I could do this before, but I made it happen. I decided to get out of my comfort zone. I decided to step out on the other side of fear. Guys, when you're uncomfortable, truly it's just fear. Fear is a false is false evidence appearing real. Let that sink in. Fear is false evidence appearing real. It's not true. Guys, you are more than enough. You are more than successful enough to run this business. Success is not above you. You are passionate, you have purpose, you have meaning, and you are helping over 265 million people who struggle with being overweight, diabetic, obese, and that need your help. So don't tell me that there's nobody to talk to. Don't tell me that you can't get uncomfortable, because I promise you, you are going to be able to touch and help more people in this business than you would any other way. And that leads me to the last point of why coaches fail and why they're not successful in this business and why they ultimately quit. They're not hungry enough. Guys, this is one of the topics that bring tears to my eyes and like gives me so much passion and purpose. If you don't know your why in this business, if you don't know why you are doing this, you need to find it. You need to know that when you are looking at your kids sleeping at night, that's your why. When you are sitting there and you're struggling to pay your bills day in and day out, from rent to the next month to the next month, that's your why. If you're sitting there and you're watching your husband bust his butt going to work and you're tired of how exhausted and drained and how you guys aren't having time together, that's your why. If you're sitting there and you have family members with comorbidities and diseases and they're in and out of the hospital, that's your why. Guys, this business requires you to be hungry. And when I mean like hungry, I mean like the fuel and the fire coming out of me right now for this is so passionate because it saved my life. Guys, December 17th of 2015, I could have been 6 feet under. I need you to hear me when I say that, because that hits me, that I could have made a decision to make a permanent decision to a temporary problem. But instead, I chose me. I chose life. I chose to dream bigger. I chose to dream bolder. And I chose to have a vision for myself. My vision was financial freedom for my family, for my future kids, to be able to say that I've helped people. The biggest thing that I'm proud of out of this entire business was being able to help my sister and my dad. My sister has lost over 108 pounds. 108 freaking pounds. My dad, who was a type 2 diabetic, who was so freaking stubborn, I don't know where I get that from, sat there and was like, nope, I'm going to be diabetic all my life. He listened to me, and now his endocrinologist respects me not only as his daughter, but as a pediatric nurse practitioner who knows what the frick she's talking about. And he talks about Shakeology with his patients, because my dad is no longer type 2 diabetic. My dad no longer has to struggle with trying to figure out what he can and cannot eat, because his body has healed itself through Shakeology. Guys, that's my why. My passion, my purpose comes from you guys. When I sit there and the girls that are on my team who jumped on this call, I think about all of you guys. I think about Good Vibe Tribe and the passion that Teresa has for you guys. She doesn't want to just be a 2-time elite coach for her. She wants that for the team. She wants that because she wants Alice, Chelsea, Stephanie, Jess, Casey, Corey, all of you guys to be potential elite coaches. Guys, this is a duplicatable business. We want that for you guys. We are fired up and we are hungry for our passion, for our purpose, and for our why. Guys, you guys are our why. When we're helping you guys lose weight, when you're helping your challengers lose weight, when you are sitting there, and I got a text message from Shay today. She signed up her first coach. She's so excited. She's so pumped up. And you would think that this coach was like freaking engraved in like gold. Like, she's so excited to help this coach. And it makes me so proud and excited, because that's how we should feel about every single person we touch. Guys, I want you to think about it this way. If you decide to be coachable, if you decide to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, if you decide to run your business and have open business hours, and you decide to be hungry enough, what if you message somebody who was sitting in their closet with a gun in their hand? What if you were that difference maker? What if you saved somebody's life based on the passion and the purpose that you had for them? What if you saw a bigger vision for them and you decided to just stretch yourself a little bit more, send that extra message? You don't think she's going to sign up? You don't think that she's interested in this business? Send it anyway. You don't think she's going to sit there and want to lose weight or be interested in Shakeology? I promise you, do it anyway, because I had no intention of signing up as a coach that day. I had no intention of doing anything that day other than being 6 feet under. And I will never forget that message. It's screenshotted in my phone, and I probably won't ever delete that photo. Guys, what if you could save or change somebody's life? That should be your why. That should be your purpose. When it gets hard, and guys, it's going to get hard. There are going to be rocks in your business. There are going to be people who are your freaking friends who that you grinded with turn your back on you. I will never forget, guys, how I had to overcome. I came back from Summit. I had 6 people on freaking fire. I sat there and I was like, you know what? I'm going to prove everybody wrong. I'm going to get my doctorate degree. I'm going to work full time. I'm going to go through clinicals, and I'm going to be a freaking elite coach. I had these coaches on fire. They were running with me. But most importantly, they were my freaking best friends. And they left. 3 out of the 6 coaches left. They walked away. And that hurts me, but it hurts me more so for the fact that I saw the vision for them. I saw what potential they had, but it's okay because it's all about rebuilding. And in that moment, I could have done one of 2 things. I could have crumbled and been like, this business isn't for me. Like, I'm tired of people quitting on me. Well, woe is me, blah, 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 cry me a river. Like, literally just suck it up, buttercup. That's how I feel. Or 2, I could have sucked it up. And I did. And I found these amazing new coaches at the end of the year who are so lit on fire. And it is so discouraging when coaches quit. But guys, when you have that why, it's like, okay, they quit. They weren't for this. They weren't ready. They'll come back. They'll realize it because you can't unknow this. I got to keep pushing because I need to save. I need to help. I need to empower. I need to motivate somebody else who needs this. Guys, I'll never forget, I'm struggling in my doctoral program and my freaking ex-husband says, I want a divorce. I'm not happy with you. I have been somebody for the last 4 out of the 5 freaking years that we've been together. That literally ripped my heart out. And you want to know what I did that day? I cried and I worked out. I drank my Energize, I worked out, and I did my homework because that's what needed to be done. That's the type of person I am. That's why I say hashtag get shit done. It was one of 2 things. I was either going to crumble, I was going to give up on myself and my team, or I was going to continue to push. Guys, if it wasn't for the opportunity, for the community, for the people, I wouldn't have made it through because that day, yeah, I worked out. But the subsequent days after, it took everything to get out of bed. It took everything to rise up. It took everything to stay strong, just like you said. So guys, when I sit there and I say you need your why, you need to be hungry, my hunger, my why, and my fearless freaking desire for you guys to dream bigger and bolder and to choose life every single day, to live out your wildest dreams in your health and happiness, that's my why. That's why I get up. That's why I overcame my divorce, going through grad school, tough freaking days when coaches quit, when challengers out of nowhere are like, I don't want this, and return 12 bags of Shakeology. I'm being dramatic, but seriously, when they do that, it drives you crazy. It's like, come on. But guys, the next person you talk to, the next 50 messages, you're going to find somebody. Guys, I'm seriously so humbled and so proud of every single one of you, specifically because the fire in that team page yesterday to fire up behind Teresa to hit elite as a good vibe tribe gave me freaking chills like all day. I was like, yes, okay, next person had a success club. You guys are updating the success club board. I'm like, got this. And that's what happens. It's contagious. You guys are my teammates. I'm rallying behind you, not just in this stupid freaking business. And I didn't mean it like stupid like that, but stupid business in the aspect of I care about your life. I care about your kid. Like if you guys were to be like, hey, seriously, Mariah, I'm freaking out because my daughter's had a fever for 4 days and she has snot running down her nose and you need help, message me. I'm here to have your back. That's my job. I'm here, not just as your teammate, as your friend. Seriously, guys, this vision, this passion, this team is so stinking incredible. It's unreal. And the fact that you guys got on January 1st of 2018 on a call at 7, 8 o'clock at night tells me that you guys want this. So when I tell you that today is about goal setting, when I tell you today is going to be something that's bigger, I mean it. Guys, you have so much purpose. You have so much passion. I want you, if you are feeling down, if you are feeling dreary in this business, I need you guys to know that it's gonna get better, that you are gonna overcome. And I need you guys to know that you are beautiful, that you are loved, that you are more than enough in this life to live out your wildest dreams and have everything that can make you happy, that can make you passionate, that can make you just get up out of bed and be excited to be alive. Because guys, for the last 2 years, I have consistently woken up with joy because of this team. So I love you guys, seriously. Like I say that openly and honestly because I seriously love every single one of you and I believe in you. You guys are so freaking amazing, and don't let these 4 reasons be reasons why you fail in this business. Don't let them be reasons why you quit in this business. Reach out to your upline, be coachable, sit there and be okay with being uncomfortable. Run this freaking business like a 6-figure business and choose to be hungry and find your why.
Boom. Love it. That was so good. I made a little graphic that I'm going to share with all the points, but I think in the beginning of coaching, when I first started having coaches join me, I would say be resourceful all the time. And I feel like there's so many different phases of coaching. Like you go through the coddling phase where you just want to do everything for everybody. And then you realize that might not be their way. And you try and fail at everything you do in this business. And so I think these are, I can think of people for each one of these that quit, that it's one little thing you could have changed and, you would have maybe quit or you would have been more successful or whatever. So it's so true. Did anybody, I was thinking at the end there, if anyone is struggling right now with anything specific in their business or in general, feel free to unmute and just maybe we can help you or talk through it. Cause I know when you said about the friendships, it's it's so true. And the people that I also think the people who view it as my upline coach and my downline coaches, they're missing, that's not how I view it at all. I really truly view all of our team as friends and my friend, and I would help them if I knew they were struggling at home or whatever. I would be the first person that would be more than willing to do what I can to help. And I think it's people that look at this business like that too, that are also more invested because it is more than upline, downline stuff.
Right. Seriously, I talked to Sarah, who's my upline, almost every day. She's my best friend. She called me because Cam was showing signs of an ear infection. She's freaking out. And then I talked to my downline coaches every day about something, whether it's personal or just in life or encouraging people who are going on brand new adventures. Guys, it's a friendship. And I don't know if you guys follow me on Facebook or Instagram. Guys, my best friends flew out to see me graduate. And literally, I had no idea. They surprised me. But it's more than just the business. I would have never met them if it wasn't for this opportunity, but they came out because of a life event, had nothing to do with Beachbody. And they showed up to support me. Like, it doesn't get freaking cooler than that.
No, that was so awesome. I'm like, oh my God. And they're all coaches. Like, that's how they know each other. And they flew out to support her just like, you know, for graduating and like the year she's had and just like wanted to be there for her. And it's like, okay, that is what it's about. So cool. Awesome. Well, is anybody, if anyone wants to unmute, feel free. Otherwise, I feel like somebody unmuted before, but I could not tell who it was. Anybody?
I did. I did, because I am struggling. I spent the past 2 days, probably closer to 3 days, sending out invites, messaging people. I went live for the very first time yesterday because that was a goal of mine before the end of the year. So I waited until the last day of the year to do it, but I did it. I met with people. I met with a woman yesterday. No, I'm not going to sign until maybe February or March. I have a cousin out in Idaho. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Oh, I'm not going to commit to Shakeology. All right, get Beachbody on demand then. I don't care. You know, I just need people, and I seem to struggle with that. I don't know if it's just struggling with handling the objections or what I'm really doing.
It might be, and think about this, I'm going to play devil's advocate. So you just said to me like, hey, I just want people. Do you think that they could potentially get that same feeling? Like, I know when I talk to somebody, I'm like, sister, like, this is going to change your life. This is going to be amazing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, I know this is make a difference in your life. And really trying to not word vomit all at them, because I know you're excited and you want to sign somebody up, but just really be, hey, what are your goals? How can I, like, tell me more about your goals, and I can really try and find a program that's going to be a perfect fit for you. Because I know everybody's super pumped up and excited about 80-day obsession, but I know some of my tribe who's like, 80 days, you're tripping, like, you're crazy. And you just really have to be like, what are your goals? And maybe it's 21-day fix extreme, maybe it's clean week, but really sitting and being passionate about, no, this is going to change your life. And knowing what objections are going to come up before they get there. So like if somebody, before they even say it, it's a financial objection. I had the same objection. I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I just decided that I needed to make a change. I was doing yo-yo dieting. It wasn't working. This is the only thing that's really stuck. Or if it's an objection of like time commitment, you can be like, guys, there's people on my team. I know Jen, I think she was on, Jen Miller. She's a nurse practitioner. Like, hey, she sits there, works full time. She has kids. Like, she makes this happen. Like, all these different objections that people could potentially have already have an answer for it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then when it comes to
yesterday, I went to a restaurant. We were there for almost 2 hours, and we talked about work because we used to work together, and she recently, her position was eliminated. So I thought of her right away. This is great. She wants to be home with her kids. She wants to earn some extra money. And I went through all of it with her. But as soon as she sat down, the first thing she said to me was, I can't sign up in January. I'm like, okay.
Okay. So instead of saying, okay, did you ask why?
She said she couldn't sign up in January because her and her husband are still figuring things out. Since she just lost her job, I think he's self-employed, because she said he comes up and then she goes works out. So she already works out, so I thought she would be great. Her previous position was marketing. She wants to stay at home. I mean, how much better is this fit for her?
But guess what? Guess what? You have to meet them where they're at, and this isn't her time. But that's one person. That's one person. Yeah. I know that you can sign up 5 coaches this month. Like, I truly, truly believe that. So if somebody is like, you know that they're going to be a good fit. Like, I've had tons of people who were on my dream team list who signed up with me like a year and a half down the road. And it's like, I knew that they were there. I constantly checked in on them, but I had to meet them where they were at and at their time. So when that happens, keep pushing, keep going, find your other tribe.
Okay.
I too, like, I 100% think it's the way that you talk to people. like I could tell last night my conversations completely changed because they had to, because like needed to sell 6 mega packs yesterday, you guys. That's what I had to do yesterday. And I was like, oh, this is freaking great. I sold one in a month. Like, no, who was going to spend $440? And so this one woman reached out to me and she's like, I'm thinking about joining 80-Day Obsession. And I know her, thank God. And I was like, okay, sounds good. She's like, I can't decide on a package. I'm like, you need to go with the mega package. It's the best bang for your buck. Like what you need, you'll be so happy, you'll have all the stuff. Like I talk to people like they've already made up their mind, and then like reaffirm why they need to do it. And she's like, okay. And she did. And I was like, oh, sweet. But I really do think like when I first started my objections, or like the things I wasn't 100% confident in, definitely came through in my conversations with other people. It's like if it was financial, all my conversations seemed to be financially related, like that they couldn't commit financially. And once I changed my mindset to like, okay, I can go to a coffee shop and spend $8 on a juice, or I can, drink Shakeology, or you can go to McDonald's and spend whatever. Like I started thinking of like, no, this actually isn't expensive and this is why. And I would talk to people like that. Obviously, like there's different circumstances and you tread lightly, whatever. But
right.
I really do think like I talk a lot about like momentary satisfaction. Like I always post about that. Like, I would go out and buy shoes to make myself feel better, but then 2 days would go by and then I wouldn't feel good. But like this is an investment I'm making in myself to be healthier from the inside out, and it's changed my entire lifestyle and my family. So like talking about things like that with common objections that you get, post about them publicly. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not like you have to call people out like specifically, but like I don't know. I always do posts depending on how my conversations are going. So I try to like take it and share it in a personal way, but not confronting, but talking about the objections like that.
Yeah.
I had this conversation with this girl today. No.
Yeah. I seriously think every time about handling objections, I think about Julianne Candia. Like, I literally feel bad for the human being who tries to throw an objection at her, because literally she gets the objection, she voice messages, she handles it. They typically sign up, and then she goes on live on her Facebook and just is like, boom, to anybody who has an objection. Like, I feel bad, but it's exciting to see.
You're like, oh gosh, hopefully they're not watching that. No, I know. And half the time too, like when you think of things that you like turn down or don't want to do, like, I mean, 3/4 of the time when I'm saying no, it's just because like I'm either being lazy or I'm not like super interested, or I don't know enough about it. But like, okay, you're gonna message me to ask me to buy shampoo that I'm like, okay, I don't know. I don't really need shampoo. I've got a full thing of Aveda in my shower. Like, I don't know. I'll take a look at it. And then I don't. And then you follow up with me. I'm going to probably buy the shampoo. It's just, I think like when people say no, it's not no, but it's just like not right now. And you have to think of how you can turn the conversation to like convince them. I hate the word convince, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Encourage them. Motivate them.
Like yesterday where you like, you need to do this. Like, this is amazing. You don't have to coach, if you don't want to. But I really think like you should have been like, I'll add you to my team page for, 24 hours just so you can see the community. I think it'd be a really positive place for you right now.
You already work out. I was going to message you about if I could put her into the Good Vibe Tribe. And funny you mentioned Julianne, because I love her and I watch her YouTube videos all the time because she just rocks it. And I like her style. And I told this girl yesterday about Julianne, and I gave her YouTube thing. I said, you got to go out and watch her because she just rocks this business, and she does it her own way in her own style. Mm-hmm. And she's unapologetic about it.
Yeah. But then that's super encouraging and super awesome, because think about you. think about how you can make it your own, how you can adapt and change.
Yeah.
Like for the longest time, I really struggled, like the first, I would say year and a half of like copying, pasting other people's posts, not really finding my own like language, not really knowing what my avatar really was until I sat down and I was like, Mariah, who are you talking to? Like, who do you want to engage? And I literally have now embraced the fact that I am a nurse practitioner and I'm running with that. And I'm launching new things on Instagram. I'm doing different things my way. I'm a part-time hustler in this business and I'm proud of that. So you need to now find you, from Julianne, from me, from Teresa. But truly, this is your business. You put your social security number in when you signed up as a coach. You need to own that. And be proud of that because you're a rock star. Seriously, like be proud of that. Be like, I can own this freaking business. Success is not above you. I promise.
Thank you.
Burgundy, I block people. I block people too if they do it in the wrong way. There's lots of, like, if they add me as a friend and 2 minutes later I get a copied and pasted message, I'm like, ugh, delete, goodbye, like, you're annoying. I had somebody invite me to be a Beachbody coach last week. I was like, did you take 2 seconds to look at my profile? Like, unfriend, delete, block, like, oh my gosh. But there's definitely ways, like, not like cold messaging people, but people that have shown interest, but then maybe back off because of price or back off, you know. Like I have 165 people in my challenge group sneak peek, and 165 people definitely did not join me. But I kind of went in there and it was like, you know, there's a reason that you joined this group. Like you had a little bit of interest, like what's holding you back? And like I ask people that in your conversations, what's stopping you? And then oftentimes that helps you. Like a lot of people are scared of the word challenge group, you guys. They think it's like this intimidating group that they're gonna not feel comfortable in. So maybe like, I actually had a conversation about this last week, but maybe change the verbiage of that then and just say like, oh my gosh, no, it's just an accountability group and, you know, it's fun and things like that. And that was all she needed to hear. And she's like, okay. So you never know. So just ask people. Anybody else? Jess was a rock star last night. Like, is there any way you can sell a challenge pack tonight? Because literally, if one of the 2017 coaches sold a challenge pack, I think we'll hit elite. And she was like, yes. And she did it. Like, crazy. Amazing.
Ooh. Being coachable. I love it.
I did it because of Jen. Jen recruited that person. I told her what your goal was. She sent her to me, and we got her signed up. So that was total teamwork there. I can't.
You guys are awesome.
I was literally offering $75 for somebody to join, and nobody would. And Jen's like, I have somebody. I'm like, okay, let's do this. I'll send you the commission. Just send her to me. Let's do it.
I said, I have somebody, and she doesn't. I said, I have somebody and she doesn't know about the $75, so just hush about it.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
You guys are awesome. All right. Well, thanks for hopping on tonight. I know it's like a holiday and everyone's probably tired, but I appreciate it. Thank you, Mariah, for delivering. I'll share this graphic and feel free to snag it and share it in your team page too. But thank you guys so much. And we have a lunch and learn call on Wednesday at noon, and Lauren Lundberg is going to talk on that, and it's 30 minutes. If you can jump on. I'm going to record them and share them in the Good Vibe Tribe, but it's always, if you can get on, even if you've got to throw in headphones at work or whatever, it'd be nice to see you guys. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.